Every Spider-Man Ever presents Amazing Spider-Man issue 28. It's graduation day for Peter Parker, and seniors are finishing early to get into gowns and hats. Everyone is excited, except for Liz Allen, who is cold to both Peter and Flash. But before Peter can get into his graduation outfit, he's got to find a different spider-themed outfit first. With that in mind, he arrives at Smythe's house with a package under his arm. As photographer Peter Parker, he gets inside to look at the Spider Slayer that he fought a few issues back. But when he does, the robot attacks him, tangling him in tentacles. Why would it do that, wonders Smythe. It only attacks spiders. That's when Peter unveils his package, a jar of spiders to help Smythe with his studies. He's also glad that he thought ahead and protected his secret identity. With the robot deactivated, Smythe allows Peter to look at the Spider-Man costume so that he can take photos for the Bugle while he goes to answer the door. Peter doesn't look at the costume though, he swaps it out for the costume shop variant he bought a few issues back. And he's about to leave when he sees who's at the door. It's Mark Raxton, Smythe's science partner. Raxton wants the inventions they've been working on, a liquid metal alloy that is worth a fortune. But Smythe argues that it hasn't been tested, that it could be dangerous, and the two men come to blows. Smythe falls into the machinery, activating the Spider Slayer once more and trapping Peter. While Raxton topples and finds himself covered in the liquid metal alloy, he flees to get to a hospital, and Peter uses his web shooter to deactivate the robot before Smythe becomes conscious and discovers who he really is. As Raxton races to get help, he finds that the metal doesn't hurt. In fact, he feels strong, and he smashes a car just to prove it. He's an actual Molten man, and so he does what all good Molten men do, and he plans to do the biggest crime he can think of. But before he can even think about any crimes, Spider-Man arrives on the scene, having gotten Raxton's address from Smythe. The two men fight, and Spidey quickly finds that Raxton can survive his hardest punches, and that his webs just slide off Raxton's metal body. Spidey is out of options, and taking heavy metal hits, and is soon sent tumbling into a cellar. Once there, Spidey has an idea. He takes out the lights, and uses his spider sense to maneuver in the dark. He's able to web together a thick rope with his webs, and hog-tie the Molten Man. In the light again, the Molten Man is able to fight back, but Spider-Man holds on long enough for the web to harden, now unbreakable. Soon the police arrive, and Spider-Man swings off to his graduation. All of Peter's classmates have gathered for his graduation. Aunt May watches on as he collects his diploma, and we learn that Peter has won a science scholarship to the Empire State University for having the best grades in the school's history, and that Flash Thompson has won one for sports. After J. Jonah Jameson delivers a self-centered speech and woos Aunt May afterwards, Peter checks in with Liz about her sour mood. She admits to liking Peter a lot, and sad that he always preferred other girls. Sad too that he just saw her as a dizzy blonde. She wants to graduate out of that perception and become someone new. As Liz leaves with her parents, Jonah takes a few digs at Peter for selling his photos to a different newspaper. Then it's just Peter, his Aunt May, and Mrs. Watson, and they walk off past the school which houses so many memories. But this isn't really an ending, it's the beginning of a new chapter. Thanks for watching, and while you decide what to watch next, here's a fun fact about this issue. Stan Lee makes two big errors. Peter refers to Liz Allen at the start as Liz Hilton, and Mrs. Watson refers to Mary Jane Watson as her daughter instead of her niece.